Okay, in this video I will share 5 guidelines for your clean architecture. The first 2 points in this video are my favorite one, and you can use them to kickstart your journey with clean architecture. And remember, these guidelines are language agnostic, meaning if you use PHP, C#, Java, these guidelines still apply. Okay, without any delay, let me start the first one, the dependency rule. The dependency rule is a core concept in clean architecture that you should be familiar with. It's about how different parts of your code depend on each other. In simple terms, it says that dependency in your code should go in one direction, from outside to inside. And that's the key. And you know why? The top level is what users see and interact with. It's basically your UI. And the deeper level handles the behind the scene work. It's your business logic. And the rule is simple. Each level should know the one level just below it. It keeps your business logic at the center protected and not messed up by the external changes like new UI design or a different database. And the second key fundamental is focus on decoupling. Decoupling in clean architecture refers to the practice of separation of layers within your application. For example, user interface, UI, and business logic should be separated. And it's really easy to implement the decoupling. You typically achieve this by using interfaces or abstract classes in your code. These act like contracts between different parts of your code. There is a saying, no matter how the details are implemented, this is how we communicate with each other, and it's important. And let me tell you one more thing. If you don't want to watch the rest of the video, no problem. But take this practice from this video. Don't start code by writing a class. Instead, think about the contract like an interface and start from there. Then implement a class. I cannot emphasize more than this how important this practice is. It is really valuable. It promotes a design-first approach, which is often a key of successful software development. Of course, it has many other advantages, like with interface, your code becomes more testable. For example, with interface, you can quickly mock the behavior of your expected class. And the next point is implemented interactors. When you're building your software using clean architecture, there's a one key idea to use interactors. You can think interactor as a middleman. They sit between the parts of your code and communicate with your application. For example, they can sit between UI and business logic. But don't be confused here. Interactors and interfaces in software development are two different concepts. An interactor is more about the role and responsibility in clean architecture. It's focused on business logic. An interface is used for abstraction and polymorphism. In clean architecture, interactors, often referred as use cases, are classes that contain the application's business logic. They interact with the entities and are called from the UI to perform specific operations. Interactors do more than just validation or basic computations. They encapsulate and execute specific business use cases or operations. Hope you get an idea. And the next point is database abstraction. Database abstraction is about creating a layer that interacts with your database. This layer acts as a middleman. Because your business logic does not supposed to talk directly with database. Your business logic talk with this layer, and this layer goes to the database. And it has many advantages. It lets you change your database from MySQL to MSSQL or Postgres, Oracle or any other database because your business logic is not depending on the database. This is super handy, especially when your project needs to evolve. And of course, it's very easy to achieve database abstractions. There are so many tools available in the market like ORM, Object Relationship Mapping. And also you can use tools like Mockito to mock database access when testing your business logic. This ensures test focus on business logic and not on the database interaction. And the next point is encapsulation of business logic. Before diving deeper into the concept of encapsulation of business logic, let me share a story with you. It's all about new developers. Even in 2024, I have seen them using stored procedures or triggers. To be honest, I have no problem with them. But the problem starts when they say they're using clean code principles. That's not true. Do you remember the first tool, dependency rule? In simple terms, it says that dependency in your code should go in one direction, from outside to inside. And that's the key. So with this in mind, when you use stored procedures or triggers, you're embedding business logic into them. And this approach contradicts the dependency rule, since it creates a dependency where your core business logic relies on the database layers. In clean architecture, your business logic should be isolated and centered protected. This isolation ensures that changes in other parts of the system, like the UI or database, don't directly impact your business functionality. It's about creating a robust and adaptable code base where each layer has a unique functionality. Hope you get the idea. And here is a bonus tip, modular design. In clean architecture, one of the coolest things you appreciate is its modular design approach. Each module in your clean architecture is work independently. So if you need to update a piece of code, you are just working on that module. Think of your application like a Lego set, where each piece or module can be easily added, replaced, or removed without messing up the whole system. It's easy to maintain and easy to read. And the cool thing about modular design is it allows you to adapt to changes quickly. Technology changes very fast. So what is cool today may be outdated tomorrow. So if a new or better tools comes tomorrow in the market, you can easily replace in your clean architecture by replacing that module. And if you want to learn best coding practices, here is a video for you. Don't code until you learn these 5 algorithm characteristics. And thanks for watching.